Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Nacy. Hi everyone! And today we have a big goal and only one goal, and that is to make a proper resin farm from the Creakings. Because what I have just now, although functional, is extremely annoying because every night I have to come here and I'll let these Creakings spawn everywhere, just randomly. It's not spawn proofed at all. And then I have to, yep, I have to lure them into, it's a bit of a painful process. I have to lure them in here. Oh, and I can't look at them. Fall in, guys. And it takes, oh, and I nearly die. And it's a bit annoying. So I want to make a proper farm. And I'm going to need to spawn proof everything. And the range on these guys spawning, well, if you could tell from there, it's quite big. I need to spawn proof quite a big radius. If you go up here, and this will do as a high ground. Oh no, I followed it. I'm good at flying. If we have a look here, they spawn kinda, this is the resin, the Creaking hearts. They spawn all the way out here and then all the way down there, and it's a big spawn radius. And it's gonna look really ugly if I carpet this whole area or anything like that. So I need to pick a spot. Oh no, that's a creeper in my base. That's not meant to happen. Okay, there it goes. So I'm kind of torn between two spots. I think I know what I'm going to pick, but I'll talk about it regardless. So first off, we have this cave down here. I'm not really using at all, and I thought it might be good to put it in the cave because, you know, if there's no air blocks, then they can't spawn there, and that's a lot less spawn proofing I have to do. And then I can hide it neatly in the cave, and that's all nice, and it gives this place a bit of purpose. Or I'm thinking I could just go all out and make an actual proper build to suit it instead of hiding it in a cave. And I'm thinking just kind of over there, there's a bit of land here I'm not really using for anything. And if I spawn proof it, I don't think I'll care as much. I think we could probably moss carpet a lot of this when it's outside. And as long as I make the surrounding area kind of fit, it should be fine. Or I could just go for, you know, a fairly big build. And I don't have to spawn proof anything outside of the build. I do actually want to challenge myself and build something with the new pale oak and the pale moss and all that fun stuff. So I think we're going to go for the build idea and build something on this kind of corner here. So I want to reserve a bit of space where the beach is because I'm going to have a bridge. I don't know exactly how I'm going to connect these two land masses. A really big bridge could work, or maybe we just don't. There's a bridge here. Make a smaller bridge here. I'm not sure. We're gonna have connections somehow, but I'll leave the beaches free just in case I want to build something kind of corner to corner here. So that leaves us with this little hill here, and I have, I think, the perfect idea to go for here. The first off, I'm kind of sticking to this kind of edge of the map because I want to keep things together. There's a block missing here. I want to keep things together thematically, and I kind of associate the creaking with Halloween, so I think it's going to go well into this kind of area of like giant pumpkin and autumn trees and stuff like that. But for the actual build, I'm thinking something abandoned, either ruins or like an abandoned mansion or something that's falling apart. I'm not sure, but this whole town is very new and stuff, but I want to kind of add a bit of history to the place. I want to add, I don't know, lore? Lore is maybe a bad word, but you know, there's people living here now, but what happened here in the past? Why are we settled here? You know, stuff like that. So I think something that's kind of falling apart here would be a really cool touch. It's just outside the city. It's kind of like not been kept up, and maybe it's infested with the creakings. Oh, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. And I do want to build with the new blocks. I want to build with the pale oak. I want to build with the pale moss especially. I think it's got a lot of potential uses even though it's a moss block. So I want to try both of those things. And maybe we can incorporate resin into it as well. That would bring a bit of that orange back into this area. So I guess first things first is we have to figure out how big the farm needs to be. So we go farm first and then build after, I think. Alright, we made it to our spot, and I've marked out an area where the creakings can spawn here. So if we imagine the ender chest is a creaking heart, the blue blocks, I think, are the first block where the creakings can't spawn. That or they're maybe the last block where they can spawn. I don't remember. I did the math and then like immediately forgot the math. So I think this is the correct distance if the wiki is to be trusted. I'm not doing my own experiments this time to find out how far away they can spawn because it sounds a little bit tedious. But yeah, this is our spot. So, and also there's a spot up here. So they can go down and up by I think 8 blocks, but out with the way it's a lot more than 8 blocks. I think it's either 16 or 20 or something like that, whatever this distance is. And so we can see from that, when we're considering how big the farm needs to be, that going up the ways is probably the best way for us to make this compact. I don't want to have too many creaking hearts kind of in one big row because that would mean the entire area of spawn proofing has to go all the way out there. This place is not very well lit up. But if we go up the ways, as long as we don't put a roof on this place or any sort of spawnable blocks in the sky, I think we should be good. I mean, to be fair, not even if the spawning distance in the sky was bigger, I don't think we'd care that much because at the end of the day, it's the sky. So my kind of goal just now is to build up a creaking farm that's kind of all compact around here in the middle and maybe make several rows of creaking hearts that we stack vertically. I should also simplify the redstone a little bit if we make it stackable. And also it makes it so they all drop down in the same collection point, which is really good. I need to light this place up. Let's just start building and see what happens. So I think this is too big. Maybe... Yeah, 5. Okay, I think 5 will work. So we do this plus creaking hearts. And then we just keep going up. And I think I'm just going to stack them like that. Now I just need some actual creaking hearts. I would like to do a few more layers, but I don't actually have more resin to make more creaking hearts. So we're gonna pop like a placeholder block in here for now. And just set up the redstone and replace all of this later. Okay, I think 4 layers of 5 should be plenty. I don't think we want to go any taller than this because it will be very difficult and ugly to cover up. But I think this height I can cover up somehow. We can definitely do that. Right, the sun's going down, so the creakings are going to start spawning soon. This is going to be a little bit difficult, but what I need next is I need a whole bunch of sticky pistons. I think I need more than that. Oh dear, they've spawned already. Oh, guys, you're gonna make this difficult, but I want you guys around so I can test things. And they're everywhere. Well, good news, it looks like they've kind of spawned within the radius I've marked out mostly. Can I get you guys in a little hole for just now? That'd be really nice, thank you. Yeah, that's the hole there. You want to... Oh, I want to go in the hole. Okay. Somehow we've managed to put most of them in the hole. Hello guys. Right, just one left. He's minding his own business. Right, let's keep an eye out for the creepers. Okay, so I think the basic premise of this is going to be that we have a redstone line here. Oop. And then we put a bunch of pistons like this. Oh, that's not right. A bunch of pistons like this. I want this farm to have 2 states with the pistons out or the pistons in. And what that's going to do is in daytime, if the pistons are out, the farm is disabled. And when the farm is on, all we need to do is swap between the states of the pistons being on or off. And that should be the only thing it needs to run. Alright, let's hit these guys a couple times. See if, yep, there's some resin generating. Okay, a couple more guys. There we go. Loads of resin now. I've only got these 2 bottom logs set up. In fact, let's move this. Let's try pulsing this for a little bit. Nice, okay, it's kicked everything off. That's basically the premise of it, is we have these redstone lines. If we activate the pistons, they pop out, and what this does is in daytime, that will completely disable the farm. So if I leave it turned off and it comes to nighttime, it won't ever turn on. Of course, unfortunately, you can't turn it off once nighttime has started. What am I doing here? Because it's gonna keep going until the creakings despawn come daytime. But I think what we could do is hook this up to daytime sensors. So if we forget to disable the farm manually, it will automatically turn off at the start of next morning. I think that would be a good idea. I don't see myself using this several nights in a row, and even if I do, I should be okay to just re-enable it. The one thing I want to avoid is forgetting to turn it off and then I'm working away somewhere in this area and I AFK and I get killed by a creaking that shouldn't have spawned. Now, of course, the creaking shouldn't spawn anywhere because I should spawn proof it and they should only spawn in a farm, but you just never know. So another failsafe I think is going to be good. Guys, without doing any math, I think we're actually going to end up with the perfect amount of pistons here. Little things like that are very exciting for me. Yep, perfect amount of pistons. Okay, now that we have that all set up, I want to figure out some sort of way of connecting all these redstone lines together. But I don't want to use storage towers because that would make the farm have a few different states where sometimes they're out and sometimes they're in, and it's not always all pistons are extended and not always all pistons are non-extended. So what can we do here? An observer chain like this should do the trick, I think, of letting us transport the signal up and down. And there we go. That's all the things popped out. And then if we update this block again, there we go. It has subtracted them all. So really, all we need to do is then hook up this bit of redstone to some sort of clock that goes off every couple seconds. That should be as simple as that, really. So what kind of clock can we do? What's the best way to do a clock of 5 seconds that we can also shut down at any point we need? It would be a hopper clock. Really simple hopper clock here. How fast is too fast? That is too fast. Okay, a couple more bits of dirt. That is pretty good. That might be the speed we need. We need roughly about 5 seconds. If that feels like 5 seconds, I am not counting it. I'm not checking it. We can always adjust it later. But that feels pretty good. That really does feel pretty good. And now the thing is with a hopper clock, how many bits of dirt we have here? 6 dirt, I think. We can always turn this off fairly easily by overriding something here. I can never remember. Maybe I'll just put like a lever here. Yeah, putting a lever there will override it, but we want to override it so that it's always off. So where's the best spot to put it? Just freeze one of these hoppers? Yeah. Just have to freeze it while it's off. Never mind, that didn't work. Freeze the other hopper. Freeze this hopper. Aha! Perfect. So this will turn the farm off, and in daytime, as you can see, these creaking hearts are not lit up. So that should be everything we need to do to have the on and off button, or switch rather. Now comes perhaps the more tedious part of arranging a spot where all the creakings are going to spawn. Of course, there's a big distance here, but as long as we spawn proof all of this, we're going to have to go out a couple more blocks to accommodate for the couple more creaking hearts we put on each side. But as long as we spawn proof that with slabs, we should be okay just to create a very smallish spawning platform. And I guess we just want to do it kinda near the collection system. Yeah, I think so. So what we're going to do is similar to the very first farm is have water coming out this way. That will push the creakings to us maybe standing around here. And then we can hit all the creakings here and then the collection systems all the way over here. Something like that would work. So let's dig out a spot. Aha, I found where all my resin was. I can actually make those creaking hearts now. Just to test things out, I've set up the dispenser to work at the same time as the clock. I don't really need this, but I could have been bothered to set up a switch to turn the water on and off manually. I really hate the fact that you have to activate the dispensers twice to retract the water. Like after it dispenses the water, to retract the water, you have to activate it again. I would much rather it be like sticky pistons where as long as it's got power, it keeps the water out. But you know, it's an old thing in Minecraft and it'll probably never get changed, but God, I wish that was an option. Okay, and now on to probably the most important part just now is I need to set up quite a bit of slabbing work here. In fact, what we should test is whether carpets work. I have a feeling they don't, specifically because you get pale moss carpets in the pale oak biome, and if the creakings couldn't spawn on that, that'd be a bit weird. I know they don't have the exact same spawn proofing rules as all the other mobs in Minecraft, so I have a feeling the carpet might be one of those, but if it isn't, I would be very happy to just moss this all up, maybe with pale moss, because I wanted to have that kind of creepy look to here. And it's turning night, so very quickly, let's go grab ourselves some pale moss and see if this does work. I really wanted to test out my idea of pale, yeah, do you mind, of pale mossing this entire place, but it was too late to try so, and now they've all spawned, and I think I'm gonna have to sleep the night away because there's just a little bit too many of them here to really deal with. Okay, let's go. It's daytime. There's no creepers about as far as I can see. So let's get started with this. In fact, did we get any resin during those few seconds of of nighttime? 2 whole resin. Okay. Oh, this looks very interesting with the grass above it. That's gonna be a bit of an issue because it's going to stop the things from spawning, the carpets. We need the carpets. No, stop giving me grass. I need the carpets. This is gonna take a while. You know what? It might be better. It might be better to just put this into my moss farm and then turn off the bone meal system so I can get a bunch of carpets just by itself. That might be a bit easier. Let's do that. It's nighttime and I have carpeted so much of this area. I did a couple trial runs, but now I just kind of finished up everything. I'm hoping, without doing accurate maths, that I have carpeted enough of this place to test this out now and see where the creaking spawns. I'm just going to finish this one line because I feel like they might still spawn on this side here. Alright, let's turn this thing on. Did I look at that Enderman? No, I didn't. Let's turn it on, and in fact, I'm gonna carpet these slabs as well because I think they were still spawning on slabs, weirdly enough. So turn this on. Okay, he spawned there, but got immediately pushed in. Oh no! That guy spawned on the wall. That's fine, and this guy spawned somewhere around here. Yeah, thanks, guy. Yeah, come back in here, please. But that's not enough creakings. Okay, one just spawned right here. This one on the redstone? How's that do you mind? How's that possible they spawn on redstone? These guys follow such weird rules. Yeah, look, that guy just spawned on redstone as well. Alright, let's carpet the redstone up. Do you mind? And one spawned up there also on the redstone. Okay. Alright, well, we've got most of the creakings in here now, except for the ones stuck up there. I'm sure they're gonna drop down and give me a jump scare soon. Now I'm gonna just actually put this redstone here back for the water. I turned it off just for testing. And then I guess we can just test our little spot here I have. If I stand here, all the creaking should come. And we should have some resin coming in soon. Nice, nice. Yeah, look at it go. We're getting a decent amount of resin here. I want to look at it from up top as well, just to see how much resin... Oh! Yeah, look at all of this. We're definitely going to need to block off where the resin falls so it actually falls into the water. But it looks like we're getting a good amount here very quickly, as you would expect from the amount of creakings we have. So it turns out these guys are able to spawn on slabs, which is a bit surprising. I don't think many mobs can do that, if any. Can I get down here? Wait. Nice. So that's going to make decorating this place a little bit more tricky. I was kind of relying on being able to use slabs to spawn proof this place. But since I can't, actually, can I even, I can carpet this. Can't really carpet that. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. So aside from slabs then, what else we can use? We can't use redstone dust, they just spawn straight ahead on that. We won't be able to use buttons either. I'm thinking we could maybe use leaves. I'm pretty sure these guys don't spawn on transparent blocks. And so leaves and glass is something we could maybe use. Yeah, if you put a bottom facing slab like this is a half a block. So most mobs wouldn't be able to spawn on this because it's not a full block, but somehow the creakings just do it regardless. We're gonna have to do it like that, although that's gonna look really ugly. Well, I would say the farm is 99% complete. There's a little bit we could add to it, but the actual functional parts of it are done now. So it's all about covering this up, which is going to be a little bit tricky. Let's have a look and see how this thing looks from the other side, from the main island. I don't think it looks very good just now. No. It definitely doesn't look very good just now. I wonder if evening out the terrain around the farm would help a little bit. This is what it looks like from the pumpkin. It's okay. We can do things to here. We can do things to this build, and it is definitely going to be tricky because of the carpet and the spawn proofing and everything, but I'm determined to build some sort of ruins here. So I think we're going to start with some trees, actually. I think we're gonna start with some trees. I don't think that creakings can spawn on the pale trees, the pale oak trees, or at least not on the leaf part of them. So we're gonna do a little experiment and get some saplings and grow some trees there. We're gonna use that as sort of a base of covering things up. Now it's time to start on the fun part, which is making this into some sort of a ruin. And I think we're going to go for just normal cracked stone bricks plus some stone and stone bricks itself. And making this into some sort of a tower first off to kind of cover this up. So really it's kind of this part here that we need to block off. So I'm just going to start building up from here. Well, we have the start of our tower. It's it's a big rectangle of stone blocks. It's something. Now we need to make this look a little bit more beaten up by time. So I think let's start adding some texture or dimension, I guess. We got texture, also has some dimension to the walls here. Just wherever, I guess. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So this, and maybe just a couple of stairs. Maybe not next to a wall like that. Yeah, little bits here and there where it's like, oops, you can kind of see through the wall. It's got a hole in it. Yeah, I think that will help. There we go. It's really coming together now as some sort of abandoned structure. But to really add to that feeling of it being falling apart and old, then we're going to start by adding maybe some sort of boulder things here that look like they are, maybe they have fallen off the wall or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, little boulders here at the side of the tower for sure. And then I think maybe just some support pillars that have kind of maybe crumbled a little bit. I don't know if they can spawn on stairs. I feel like they can. I feel like we won't be able to top this off with a stair, but we might be able to top it off with a wall. I don't know. In fact, I guess we can test it. And if it goes bad, well, wait, let's carpet all of these little blocks first. And break this because it can spawn on all of this. Let's give it, whoops, that is not what I meant to do. Let's give it a little test here. I think I've carpeted everything but these walls. And I don't think they should be able to spawn anywhere. Let's turn the farm on. I hear the creakings. Nothing on these walls. Good, good. Let's have a wee peek inside. I can't see if there's creakings. Let's go down. Okay, there's a couple here. There's not as many as there should be. Where is the rest of them? Have they spawned anywhere weird? No. They haven't spawned at all. Okay, something is still spawning. Maybe a few more of them have just spawned. Okay, I think the water is maybe... Yeah. The water may be stopping them from spawning. Just sort of coming in slowly one at a time. But it's working! It's working and it's not completely broken. And they haven't spawned on the fences. So we can use fences and walls as well. Now that is looking somewhat like ruins now. I added these little support beams and then missed out a couple blocks here and there to kind of give off the illusion that this place is crumbling apart. And I think it definitely has helped. We have a bit of like a boulder situation down here. And I've also marked out where our other build is going to go. So around the back here, I want the redstone to be accessible. So we're going to build around the redstone here. Through here, one block gap just to be able to get around. And we also have a spot here to build up like a tower of some sort. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with this yet, but I thought we needed another build here. And then around this whole room, we're going to set up some sort of crumbling wall, kind of like this. It should be outside the space where the creatures get spawned. So hopefully we can get away with using full blocks here. I want to add a bit of height to this whole area, just so it looks a bit better from afar and is more visually interesting. So I think we're going to add some height here. I build up some sort of roof. Again, I can't jump with that either. Can't use slabs or stairs for this. So it's going to be quite a blocky roof. And I'm not sure exactly what kind of style it's going to be yet. I am honestly considering building it mostly out of leaves, like giving it that overgrown look. It might work. I'm also going to bring a little bit of color here to the build on the roof just so it grabs a little bit more attention. And I think going for this dark brown is going to be our best bet. I've already used the dark brown in a couple of spots like here and here. It kind of blends in well with the mud. I think it also helps to blend in the pale oak logs if we have some dark oak logs here as well. So I think that's a color palette that's going to work overall. Okay, taking a look at this tower just now, I think we need a little bit more dimension and detail on it. And I almost kind of feel like the roof should be taller on it. It looks a bit weird proportionally. So, gonna need to work on that. I think we could also raise this bit of the tower a couple blocks just to kind of have it more in line. That would also look a little bit better, but overall, not too bad. That looks quite weird where the shulker boxes are unloaded, but you can still see the carpet. That looks interesting. But yeah, I like the color so far. I do really like the color of it so far. Just made it a little bit taller and I think that immediately helps. I also added some tuff for detailing. Oops. And I think that looks okay. It's hard to tell. We need a few more leaves on there. And I think what I also need to do is finish this banister I was building and also extend the roof out by one block out the ways. I think that would really help. I've expanded the roof a little bit more horizontally, just a slab out, and what a difference that makes, honestly. I think it looks kind of cute now. It's got a witchy vibe going on. Look at this here, a lot of carpet, a lot of leaf, but I think it all works together. And in fact, one thing that's really annoying me now is this tree. I feel like it's blocking the tower I worked so hard on. So I'm going to chop this down and move it, and then we're going to get started on the last half of the build here. So for the last bit of the build, I thought we would use the pale oak for the roof, and I can confidently say I absolutely hate it. What is that? That looks atrocious. I don't know if it's the shape or if it's the color. I think what it is maybe the shape of it just doesn't feel like ruins. It feels like a cabin. And so I think we're just going to tear the whole roof down, and instead of trying to build a roof, I think we're going to have another situation where it's just kind of falling apart and there isn't any roof. Alright, attempt number 2. Let's have a look at this place. Um, you know what? It looks like something. I feel like from the side, it looks a little bit more like a falling apart roof. From here, you can kind of see the shape, the triangle of it. But from the front, yeah, not so much. But you know what? I like it. Let's leave it. I don't really know what else to do with it, so let's leave it. In fact, I want to add a front door here to the redstone, so let's do that. And you know what? From the inside, yeah, it feels like a roof that's falling apart. So now all we need to do is finish up this bit where the redstone's exposed and kind of cover up this here as well, the last line of redstone. Not really sure exactly how I'm going to cover this up, but I'm sure there's a way. Here is from the front where I was working on it, and you know, it's a mess of blocks and I don't hate it. Wow, okay guys, I am actually really happy with this build. I think we covered up the farm quite well. I think it looks visually interesting. I really like the tower actually with the dark brown roof, the dark oak. That looks really lovely. I love the way it looks kind of overgrown with the carpets. Overall, yeah, I'm pretty chuffed. The whole build as a whole is a bit dark at night, but that's okay. We don't really need to light anything up because it's all carpet proofed. It's time for a test and to see whether I have forgot to carpet anything. I've triple checked, but you never know. So let's turn the farm on and see where these creaking spawn. So first, I'm not seeing anything out here yet. Oh, one spawned right there. Okay. Forgot to carpet something over there. Let's deal with that just now. Okay, there's quite a lot here. Why is there quite a lot here? Another one spawned just there. Okay, okay, not good, not good, not good. Fly away! Are they spawning on the fence blocks? There's no way I forgot to carpet that many over there. Oh no. How many is in our farm? Has at least anything worked? There's 4 here. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. I think it's all of these slabs that I forgot to carpet. Hopefully that's what they've spawned on. Otherwise, I'm a bit scared they're spawning on these little fence bits. I really want to keep them. Okay, anything else over here? There was a couple that spawned here as well. Don't know where from though. Everything. Oh, there's one not carpeted. Now, the last thing that I think could be doing it is the scaffolding. So I'm gonna carpet the scaffolding as well, which is a bit of a shame because it means I can't really use it. But we'll carpet it for now. And it's time to wait for nighttime again. So while we wait, I think I'm gonna start working on one thing that's really been bothering me, and that's all this grass showing through. We need to pale moss all of this because that just looks a bit awkward. The really annoying thing is that the pale moss won't spread anywhere there's carpet on top. So I have to remove the carpet, spread the pale moss, and then re-add the carpet, which is a little bit annoying. The sun is setting and it's time for the one last test of whether this is going to work or not. And I really hope this is. I hope all the creakings spawn in the farm. Okay. I think they're spawning now. Anything around here? No. So far, so good. Don't want to jinx it though. I've been working on this area a little bit, but I'm out of time for today to set up the walls and everything. So we're just gonna have to test whether this works or not. I'll leave it at that. Okay, how many creakings have we got in here so far? Like 2 or 3? It's really hard to tell. I feel like we are spawning any creaking every so often, but maybe I need to increase the time in between water. Just to... Oh dear, okay. Right. There seems to be some creakings in my redstone. How did that happen? You know what, let's take a little peek in here. Now, where did you guys even spawn? I feel like I have everything carpeted up in here. Okay, well, regardless, there's only 2 in here, so it's actually not too bad. Let's have a look up as well. Yeah, let's have a look in here. Right, a couple more creakings have spawned on this side. I wonder... There's a decent amount in there. I wonder how these guys have gotten in there. I feel like they spawn on this and maybe jump up, but they really should get pushed out when the pistons retract. Where did you guys come from? Ah, the one observer. They all spawn on this one observer. Okay. Right. But that's... Yeah, thanks guys. That is not a bad turnout up down here though at all. Like this is good. I'm happy with this. That's good. Let's go farm some resin. Alright guys, well I'm gonna finish up here for today, but please do let me know what you guys think of the build. I hope you guys like it. It's my first time trying something like this, where it purposely kinda looks bad. But it looks good in a bad it looks bad in a good way. I don't know what I'm saying. I hope you guys get my point. Anyways, I will finish up here for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.